Ever since I've emigrated to London, my friends and viewers have compiled a list of ultra-luxury hotels in Europe for me. As if they're not concerned about breaking my bank enough, the Bulgari Paris has always been on the top of that list. Well, since the French Open tickets are still not available, and to celebrate my first Chinese New Year in Europe, I have stayed in the Bulgari London this time. Mind you, ever since this luxury goods maker decided to venture out to the hotel business, it has partnered with, who else, the Marriot Bonvoy. However, you will not be able to earn any Marriot Bonvoy points for any stay in the hotel chain, and at a minimum of £1,000 per night, it better measure up to its price. As I've chosen the Bulgari special package this time, my junior suite booking will have an automatic upgrade to this larger suite called, unsurprisingly, Deluxe Suite. I have to say I'm not a fan of these crimson color furniture, which as mentioned in my Sofitel Melbourne vlog 4 years ago, looks very dated in the 2020s. Considering this hotel was opened in 2012, it really needed to up its ante to match the contemporary luxury vibes of its sibling in Paris, which is open in 2021. So my viewers will definitely up its ante now as well. Facing the busy area of Knightsbridge, I think it would be unrealistic to demand a tranquil environment. That said, being a relatively new building, the windows are soundproof and most of the noises outside are eliminated. For bathroom, I have to say it looks less dated as it is well kept, and the dark marble stone they use has proven to be timeless in many luxury hotels. The Bulgari branded toilet amenities are very aromatic and soothing to use. I in particular like the wooden pane floor they used in the shower area, which is a much better alternative than the slippery marble floors. However, there is something I need to show you at the end of this clip that, well, I still can't decide if that's a deal breaker or actually a further education of my fashion sense, so stay tuned. Overall, at £2,300 per night, I have to say the design of the Mandarin Oriental at Hyde Park is the benchmark. This one, not quite the case even in 2012, not to mention now. Especially for luxury jewelers like Bulgari, shouldn't I expect something more glamorous or blingy? Alright, let's talk about the fitness facilities. I have to say the pool has redeemed itself quite well in terms of the bling department. Not only was it beautifully designed, the swimming pool is also big enough for you to have some proper swimming laps. While the water temperature is not heated, it's actually quite nice to swim, and the pool itself is at room temperature, so I have not shivered like I used to be in other hotels' pools. In any case, you can always use a jacuzzi like I do, or you can just lie on the cabana and have a sip of Coca-Cola or lime juice. As for the gym, while they don't have the split machine, it's well equipped with facilities like the dumbbell, treadmill and strength training machines. It also is quite large for a luxury 5-star hotel. Occasionally it'll be a bit crowded, but its size managed to accommodate such high usage. As a YouTuber in luxury hotels, no stay would be complete without a proper review on the catering. Interestingly, they only have one major restaurant, the Sette, which I will talk about it later. Let me now take you to the lobby lounge. I have to say it is a very cozy lounge and the food is also very decent. While I haven't tried their afternoon tea, I've tried this beautiful signature espresso, and I have to say I haven't tasted any authentic coffee like this one since I left Sydney. The cream on top has not taken away the smooth and aromatic taste of the cocoa underneath, and you can't help but think about a good coffee is actually a very Bulgari thing, especially when you are shopping at the stores, right? As for the tiramisu, it's also very good, with just the right amount of cocoa and cream. No wonder the lounge is so jam-packed even for a weekday. Fortunately, the staff are really professional and was so good to squeeze me into a slot after knowing that I'm one of their hotel guests. Which is why I have reserved a table in advance at the Sette, the only restaurant in this hotel. I really like the ambience and the cozy environment in this restaurant, and the food is equally beautiful. Every item on the menu seemed to be beautifully made, like the spread basket. The basil in this bread is very refreshing and successfully enhance the overall taste, while the tomato paste, butter and the olive oil are also top-notch. For any pasty, I've chosen Vitello Tonato, just to immerse this top quality view into the beautifully made tuna sauce mayonnaise with traces of lime. What a good way to start my dinner. Because there's something even better, the lobster tagliolini. Wow, just wow. With aquapazza, Fresno chili, tomato and spicy basil breadcrumbs as garnishes, it has created a spicy but not too spicy taste, you know what I mean? This optimal spiciness has enhanced the taste of the ocean of the lobster meat and a beautifully cooked tagliolini, a must-try item for this restaurant. And what a beautiful way to finish this dinner with this espresso budino, an orgy of taste of hazelnut, salted caramel and cocoa. This is just well balanced and indulgent enough for you to just forget about your high cholesterol level, well, for a moment. You might think that's gonna be an expensive dinner, right? But surprisingly it's not. At £91 service charge inclusive, this is actually quite reasonable for a luxury 5-star hotel. Well, if you choose a grill on the menu, that would be a different story, but with an average price of £40 on main courses and £20 for desserts, I think this restaurant is definitely worth trying. As for breakfast, as my stay is included, I can choose their a la carte breakfast free of charge. Alternatively, you can pay an extra £18 if a package is not included, which I think is quite reasonably priced as well. They look decent, and the coffee is beautifully made as well. Overall, I don't think you can fault this hotel as everything from the quality of the room, the service, the facilities, and the food are all top-notch. But at this price, there's something I think it's missing, the wow factor, especially for this brand which has so much association with over-the-top extravagance. Everything from the lobby to the rooms to the overall service level, it's decent but makes you think about the price they charged. Was it worth it? Which is sad because you know they're not bad at all. However, if I'm looking for some classic British-style luxury, all those small boutique hotels in London have plenty to offer. For these newly established luxury hotel chains, I really wanted more wow factor to match a brand's image. That said, I did encounter one odd moment when I stayed in this hotel. Alright, can someone tell me if this is actually mold? Or just floral patterns? Or even mushroom patterns? I really am not a fashion fan. Alright, can somebody tell me it's just a fashion statement, or just a way to match the pattern of my headboard? My friend all said nope, it's mold, which I'd rather not go there. You be the judge.